Welcome to the What is Stoicism podcast.
The formula for human greatness. It's a grand proposition that there would even be one, but is it really as simple as loving what happens? The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche's formula for human greatness was amor fati, a love of fate. It sounds simple enough, but how does it actually work? Here's what Nietzsche said. My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity, not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it. Marcus Aurelius put it another way many years before Nietzsche. To love only what happens, what was destined, no greater harmony. The idea is to fully embrace everything by searching for the positive even in the worst circumstances, and taking whatever happens in life and putting it to use. That's easier said than done, might be our first reaction to these directives, and that's absolutely true. This is why it takes practice. To put it another way, sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you get what you need, sometimes you get what you get. Your job is to find the positive regardless. But surely it's impossible to find good in every bad situation, might be our next objection. That may be, but how can you turn it into something good? Here's how former Navy SEAL Jocko Willink puts it, quote, when things are going bad, don't get all bummed out, don't get frustrated. No, just look at the issue and say, good. Accept reality, but focus on the solution. Take that issue, take that setback, take that problem, and turn it into something good. End quote. You can also apply this love of what happens to yourself. Tara Brach calls it radical acceptance, clearly recognizing what we are feeling in the present moment and regarding that experience with compassion. Accept and love the fact that you are not your thoughts. As Marcus Aurelius put it, today I escaped from anxiety, or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. Finally, when finding the positive and choosing what to act on, remember to focus on what is within your control. Affect what you can, accept what you can't. And when thinking about all the bad things that happen, all the things that are difficult to accept, it might be useful to consider the following little meditation that is a quick and gentle antidote to ego. It goes like this. You, your city, your state, your country, your continent, your planet, your galaxy, your universe, you, your small place in it all. The reason we might need an antidote to ego when practicing acceptance is that our ego can create problems for us by exaggerating our own significance. It forces us to focus on temporary problems as if they were permanent, as if we were the only ones who had ever faced this particular issue in the history of the world. It stops us from seeking help from those who have faced it before. The ego forces us to lose perspective. It forces us to waste time wrapped up in a narrow narrative instead of focusing on what truly depends on us. It stops us from seeing reality as it really is. It stops us from accepting and moving on. Here's another little maxim that might help. Ego falls when we realize the world doesn't revolve around us after all. One look around at the vastness of nature is enough to put our problems into perspective. One look up at the stars is enough to realize that we are small and the universe is huge. One look at ourselves is enough to know that we are capable of coping with the problems that humans have faced and developed practical philosophy to help face since the ancient Greeks and Romans. We are small and the universe is big. We should adjust our egos accordingly and perhaps be grateful that we don't have the burden of the reverse being true. We should love what happens and try to turn it into something good.